Dear one, are you a light worker? I know in this spiritual world, in Instagram and YouTube, we hear the word light worker very often. And many people might be asking, and you might be among those people that are like, am I a light worker? What does it mean to be a light worker? Do I fulfill the requisites to be a light worker? Well, chances are 99.9999999 infinite that if you're watching this, you are a light worker. And not because you're on my channel watching this video, but if you are already on a journey of asking deeper questions about yourself, asking deeper questions about the universe, the existence of life, you are a light worker. To be honest, every human being is a light worker. Either they know it or not. Sadly enough, but not for too long, many millions of beautiful beings in this planet are light workers, but they have not been turned on. And my work is to turn on other light workers, because I cannot do all the work by myself. Other spiritual beings cannot do all the work by themselves. Eckhart Tolle cannot do all the work by himself. We need each one of you amazing, beautiful light workers to do the work, because this is a secret that not many spiritual teachers are telling. Nobody has the solution or the keys for all the problems on this planet. Every single one of you watching this video has one part of this puzzle that we call life. And that's why it's in our best interest for all of us to get as many light workers activated doing the work. So how do you know if you're a light worker? If you are asking questions about yourself, about the universe, you are a light worker. If you are starting to sense deeper senses and waves of energies, you are a light worker. If you've been recently called into start doing more self-development work, it could be mindset, it could be physical work, like getting more in shape and redefining what is good for you and refining your diet. And you're starting to become more sensitive of what you eat. You're starting to lean towards organic food, and you start to lean towards practicing maybe yoga or meditation, or you're like buying certain oracle cards because you're just wanting to go deeper. You are a light worker. But what does this mean? What now what? Okay, I'm a light worker, now what? Light worker means you are here to work for the light and to be the light. And let me just please define this part of light worker. You're not here to save anyone. And really mark my words, you're not here to save anyone, because I've fallen into the trap and I see so many beautiful beings falling into the same trap. I'm here to save the world, have this big mission. Yes, but you can't save everyone, and you can't save those that don't want to be saved. Because everybody goes through different cycles in their life. Some will come and will die in this lifetime without activating their light worker code. Some of us, we've come so many times in this beautiful planet that I'm like, no freaking way. I don't want to come back again and do the work. I'm right here ready to do the work. So I chose to be in action and to do and to share the codes that I know I'm here to share. So if you're watching this, know that you just have to start showing up for yourself. And that's where the light worker really starts showing its traits and its gifts, is when you're able to start giving yourself and showing yourself the best of the best. And how do we start this practice of light worker? As I was saying just before, you start to appreciate more spending time by yourself. You start to appreciate more reading and learning about other light workers. One book that really changed my life is The Law of One. It's a beautiful book. I recommend anybody reading it. Even though it was written many years ago, it's really relevant now. Another book that really transformed my life is Autobiography of a Yogi, and it's the story of Paramahansa Yogananda, one of the first yogis that came to the West. I think 1938, 39, or 37 to 39, one of those dates. But I don't like to read only about one particular path, because I truly believe that there's no one path that is the best path. Every path will bring some light, some codes, some tools, some aha moments for you to develop your own path. And that is another key part of being a light worker. Please, please, please don't try to imitate others. Don't try to do what other people are doing. If anything, get inspired by their work, get inspired by what they're doing. So I always say, don't look for your next teacher, don't look for your next guru. I actually made a video about like, are you still looking for a guru? Because when you start to discover that you're a light worker, you're like, okay, but I want to learn a lot. And then you're so open, so receptive, that you can also easily fall prey to false gurus, false teachers, and people that are just looking to take A, your money, B, your power, C, sexually. Because there's so many cases of people being so willing to learn, so open, that they will fall prey in one of those categories or to all of them. So that's why I'm making this video, to support you in knowing that yes, you might not have all the answers to your questions right now, but they're within. You just have to get out there, start reading, go to events, go to classes, but remember that nobody is gonna save you, and nobody can do the work of the light except you. Because those specific codes that you were incarnated into this lifetime can only be shared by you. And that's why when you choose, because it's all a choice, even though you know you're a light worker, you can choose to just spend day scrolling through Netflix, Instagram, eating fast food, and lowering your vibration because you don't feel ready to be in a high vibration day on, day on, day on. But if you choose to be activated and you choose to do the work of light and be a light worker, it comes also with a sense of responsibility. You know that because of the power you have, every word, every thought, every action will have a great impact in your life and those around you. So it's time to really embody extreme ownership. Don't expect others to do the work and you just go to Ibiza or go to Costa Rica or Bali and enjoy a nice ecstatic dance. It's also, you have to be responsible of your daily actions. And this is a lot of work and it requires a lot of discipline. But the reward, it's even hard to explain with words. There's no money that can reward you this. Just knowing that you showing up tomorrow morning and choosing to be your best, most authentic version, that's the most work you can do as a light worker. Because there's many people that are sharing in the spiritual world, but they're not being authentic. So they're still not embodying their full code and power as a light worker. So how can we ensure that we're authentic? Again, don't try to imitate anybody. Don't try to follow anybody. And one of my teachers, and I see everybody as a teacher, but one of these very relevant teachers I had in my life, Wim Hof, I'm very, very grateful for his teachings. I was able to study in person with him. He always said, and that's why I still consider him a teacher and I still call him a teacher. He always said, follow the teachings, not the teacher. Because everybody, and I saw that with everybody in the events with Wim Hof, everybody wants to put him as a guru. Well, because he's done really cool things, go to the Everest in boxers, run marathon barefoot in the North Pole, hike Kilimanjaro also in shorts, run I think a whole marathon or half marathon in the desert, Sahara Desert without water. Really cool stuff, and that's all mind power. But he was always repeating session after session, follow the teachings, don't follow the teacher. Because people wanted to put him on a pedestal. People wanted to follow him and make like an ashram or like a center to devote themselves to Wim Hof. But he's like, I'm not here for you to follow me. Really, you follow the teachings, apply them in your life, do them your own way, and awaken your own self. And the path of a light worker is exactly that. More than ever, I feel that the most important thing we can do as light workers is to dedicate our time to self. Because when you start to dedicate your time to develop yourself, to your daily practice, daily routines, daily rituals, which by the way, if you don't have a morning practice to prime your mind, your heart, your body, your energy, down below in the description I have a free morning priming routine that is about 20 minutes that will leave you feel amazing. And I'm sharing this because I've been doing it for 7 years, 6-7 years, a similar morning practice. This is the most recent one. And I feel so good that I want everybody to be able to feel good. But if you don't have a practice that aligns you every day, you will start to lose north. And as you lose north, you will start to fall into old habits. And you will be wasting valuable time that is given to each light worker to be able to shine their light. And again, being a light worker is not trying to fulfill any role. It's just you being in the most authentic version that you can be in any given moment. And it's not trying to be better than you will be in 20 years or complaining about 20 years ago. It's about in this present moment, feeling okay with surrendering to what is. And that's why this time is so crucial to dedicate it to yourself. Give yourself a massage, give somebody a massage, share with somebody a poem, send music. This is really the light worker in action. It's not doing like quantum physics and moving purple light all over the place and throwing oracle cards. If you do that and that really excites you, do it. But don't forget that the most powerful actions one can be doing for the world and for oneself, more than not, are simple actions, just like giving a hug, giving a food rub to somebody in your family, making a meal, buying a meal to somebody in the street that doesn't have food. That, for me, really fulfills my heart, and that really is, for me, the understanding of sharing the light and being a light worker. So if you want to learn more about Lightworker, if you wonder how can you keep diving deep into this Lightworker path, make sure to check the videos I have in Awaken You, because again, in the spiritual world, we all like to fly up and raise our energy and talk about all these beautiful metaphysical and quantum concepts. Yet to be a light worker, because we are on the 3D, we're on planet Earth, it's very important to also be very human and know how to navigate and use this human body. And in Awaken You, in the playlist you can find on my channel, I share other videos and tools to be able to awaken your physical, your mental, your spiritual body so you can be the best version of yourself. Namaste. Don't forget to subscribe and share the light. Be the light.